So I'm currently in Los Angeles. Actually got invited out here by Waymo to come check out their driverless vehicles, which are now operating in the Los Angeles area. You may have heard of Waymo operating in San Francisco and Arizona. These are driverless vehicles that will take you from point A to point B without a driver. Nobody sitting in the driver's seat. The application is somewhat familiar if you've ever used any type of ride app. The difference here is there's no driver in the driver's seat. There's a variety of sensors and components that make this possible. But anyway, I'm gonna go take a ride, take you along with me, and let's see what it's like to move around LA without a driver. I'm about to lock in a destination here. It gives me an estimated drop-off time, and it also spots my existing location. So it's now telling me that the car will be there in 14 minutes. Car is less than a minute away now. There it is. The Waymo driverless car. Wow. What a crazy futuristic looking deal. Now, this is based on an I-Pace. We obviously have tons of cameras as well. Ready for pickup, and I've got a button that says unlock. The door handles extend, open up. Cool.
Good morning, Lewis.
Good morning, Lewis. Wow. So then we've got this display here. We've also got some USB ports back here. You can see the driver's seat is pushed all the way forward because, well, you don't need room for a human driver. The vehicle is nicely appointed as well. We've got leather seats. Well, obviously it's an I-Pace. Kind of ambient sound playing, which lets you know you're about to ride into the future. So let's go ahead and start this ride.
Hello from Waymo. As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips.
I mean, I've driven Teslas and obviously vehicles that have some version of self-driving, but to have no driver even in the car or near the steering wheel that can grab it in the event that it's necessary, that is a much different experience. So the interface is giving me some information here. It's showing me my drop off in 9 minutes. I have a button that lets me pull over if I need to. I can also play music, which I won't do for the purpose of this video. And then there's a menu button as well. Now the menu will let me choose between the map view, music, temperature. You can also learn more about the car, riding tips, and camera privacy. So the cameras are on, but the mics are off. The microphones will turn on when I'm connected to rider support. So otherwise, unless I need support, those microphones will be turned off. The graphic is somewhat confidence inspiring because it's showcasing to you that the vehicle is picking up its surroundings in its entirety, and you're able to see what the vehicle sees, but still. That is a unique experience. Wow. Just driving around LA without a driver. Well, I mean, I do have a driver. Waymo is the driver. And at this point, this Waymo technology has tons of miles traveled under its belt, constantly learning and improving. Now, I'm also watching for other people's reactions. They obviously noticed that this car is a bit different. Some of them are noticing that there's no driver in the driver's seat. Multi-lane, left hand into the center lane here. And one thing I'm noticing right away is just how smooth this driverless system is compared to some of the other stuff I've experienced. The speeding up and slowing down, so far, extremely gradual. I haven't been in this ride for very long, but your mind, given the smoothness of this experience, your mind begins to forget that there's no driver there, or to even consider it. The longer it goes without complication, the smoother it is through transitions, intersections, stoplights, the more convinced you get, and the less nervous you are. Switch to the right lane. So it just made sure that the opening was sufficient. And you'll also notice the distance it's keeping from the vehicle in front. Car and a half, maybe even 2 car lengths. This is the type of technology that you could have told me about when I was a child, and I probably wouldn't have believed that in this amount of time we would have something this sophisticated. And the other thing to mention is this is a new city. We're here in Los Angeles. Obviously, there's been plenty of testing in San Francisco, but the experience feels sophisticated so far. Ooh, look, oh, wow, that was really interesting. The light changed to amber, and the vehicle had to make a decision quickly. It had to make a decision whether it could brake in time abruptly or if it should continue to travel forward as the light shifted to amber. If you saw, the decision that it made was to go through something very similar to what a driver would do, a human driver. It really does have a comprehensive picture of its surroundings.
For your safety, the doors will remain locked when we arrive. Pull the handle twice to exit. The first pull unlocks. The second opens the door. You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Okay, we're gonna make sure that it's clear. I'm gonna pull the handle once and twice, and now it's unlocked. Close up the door. Step away from the Waymo. Wow, what a futuristic experience. And a wonderful ride, honestly. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I knew that things had come a long way. There it goes. It really does give you a sense of how far this technology has come. The approach here is to build sort of the ultimate driver that isn't a human, regardless of what that looks like, having all this LiDAR exposed and so forth. But weirdly, having all those extra sensors and components actually gives you a little bit of extra confidence when you're riding in the vehicle. Same with the voice that's talking to you, the pleasant tones, the variety of displays showcasing the visual of all the obstacles, and then just the driving itself. How smooth. The acceleration, the braking, and the decision making. I mean, I had that one example there where the light changed partway into the intersection. The vehicle noticed and then behaved a lot like a human, like an experienced human driver would. Cool. So I'm just sitting here eating my ice cream, far away from the place where I started this morning, and realizing that technology brought me here exclusively. Now, obviously, the people and the programmers and even the service people that can answer a call if there's any kind of question. There's tons of people on the team that are behind the technology, but the technology itself picked me up and brought me here. You know, a person doesn't have 360-degree vision. They've got mirrors. Experience. Humans have decision making, but I just experienced some complex decision making. 2023, and Waymo just brought me for ice cream.
Hey there, Lewis.
The one spot that you can't occupy is the driver's seat. Because you're not supposed to touch the steering wheel. The Waymo driver is in control at all times. And the Waymo driver never forgets their seatbelt. Slowly moving in towards the intersection, creeping. These are the nuances of driving that the automated systems have to become sophisticated in. This is a large intersection. 2 cars have already entered the intersection, and they are looking for a spot to make a left-hand turn. There goes number 1, number 2, amber, and we go. Smooth. I actually think the thing that people are going to notice most when they get a chance to experience this is the smoothness. I mean, no offense to any existing drivers. There are plenty out there that are very capable, but some are a little bit more abrupt on the acceleration and the braking. Whereas in the case of the Waymo vehicle here, you can take that very smooth curve and apply it to the entire fleet. You can find a satisfying rhythm and then roll it out to every vehicle on the streets. Hey, have you guys seen these cars with no driver, right? No driving. I think the wildest part for me is just how quickly you get used to the idea. At first, you're apprehensive. Like when you watch the car approach, you go, okay, no driver. But it doesn't take you very many miles traveled smoothly for you to embrace the Waymo driver and assume that it's going to make good decisions. It's wild how quickly that changes. And I suppose that's the case with any innovative technology, is you quickly adopt it because of the convenience and because of the sophistication, and then eventually it becomes normal. The better the technology is, the more quickly it becomes normal and acceptable. Turn signal, car to the left. Car turns into the left lane, we go into the far lane. Nice gradual acceleration. Since it's selecting the pickup and drop-off point, selecting for spots within its mapping that it perceives as safe or good spots for these drop-offs. So in this case, you're using tremendous amounts of information in order to determine where those drop-off points are. And in many cases, it's only a minute walk from your destination anyways, so it's a worthwhile transaction. 2 and out. Door handles in, and bye-bye Waymo. Car's getting lots of attention from the public, including people that was passing well in the vehicle. But equally now, when it's driving with no one, not even a passenger, there it goes. Ooh. Sees the pedestrians, waits, slowly proceeds. Smart.